So you want to know the secret to break Bedrock? Psst, then keep watching. Because in this tutorial, I'm going to demonstrate how you can break your own Bedrock. And it's really easy too. So let me show you right away how it's done. And by the way guys, this works for the newest 20W46A snapshot, as well as 1.16 and 1.15. And with that being said, let's have a look at everything we will need to break that piece of Bedrock. Alrighty, in here is everything we will need, with this top row being the essential items. Now these 3 items right here aren't totally necessary, but I can tell you that they will come in very handy later on. So now let's go ahead and grab all of these items and quickly just jump into the nether. And there you go, you should spawn in the nether somewhere like this. And what you want to do then is to simply stack up with some scaffolding or some dirt, which is basically just a poor man's scaffolding. And then grab out your pickaxe, of course, and start digging a hole upward until you come out on a bedrock ceiling. And there we go, we are now at the ceiling of the bedrock. What we want to do now is to simply dig out a small little hole for us to work with. So there we go, with our pickaxe that goes really easily. And there you go, whoa, that was a little close. There you go, I've dug out a small little room for us to work with. We now want to press on F3 and then have a look over here. This is basically the coordinates of the blocks we are looking at. You then want to have a look around and see the topmost bedrock block that you are able to find. So for this example right here, this is 577, 127, minus 258. Now this is exactly what we want. The middle coordinate should be your Y coordinate, and you want that exact block to be at Y level 127. So now let's simply go ahead and make ourselves a little ladder, just like this. There we go, all the way to the top. Then you want to switch over to your ender pearl in your hand, and you see that these 2 blocks join in this line over here. And you simply just want to throw this ender pearl right in between these blocks. There you go, and then just jump up. And you see that I took 2 hearts of damage, but if you're wearing armor, that shouldn't be any damage at all. Alright. So now we should be standing on top of that block we were just beneath. So you can see it's still the same coordinates, 577, 127, and minus 255. Now to make sure that we don't mess up, we are going to place down a torch on this block that we want to be breaking. Now remember in the beginning of this video that I told you it was useful to bring up those 10 extra pieces of obsidian, and that is basically so that we can craft a simple little nether portal just in case something goes wrong, so that we are simply able to turn back to the overworld and start over again. So there we go. We're just going to simply complete this nether portal just like that. 2 more pieces of obsidian and then ignite it. And we're just going to leave this portal right here. And just in case something goes wrong, we can then simply return back. Alright, so now for the actual bedrock breaking business. Go ahead and grab yourself your 2 pieces of bedrock and find the torch. You then want to place down your bedrock behind it like this and like this, okay? So these are our 2 bedrock blocks, and this is the block that we are going to be breaking. So you want to do this in the exact same way. However, it doesn't matter on which side you do it, but you do want to have it next to that block. Alright, so we now have our 2 pieces of obsidian next to the bedrock block that we are going to break. So we can now take away this torch and put a piston which is facing upward in its place. Put down a TNT block on top of the piston with a trapdoor in the front of this obsidian block right here. And we can put this torch right here so we have a little light source. Then go ahead and put yourself another TNT block right there and put your lever on top of this block. Now what we are going to do is to simply go into flying mode to enter underneath this trapdoor, flick the lever, and then we are going to try to spam our piston that we still have onto this obsidian block. So let me just try to demonstrate that for you. We're going to go into swimming mode. Then we're going to flick this lever and quickly come over to the right side to start spamming our piston. And you see that it didn't work the first time. So what we're going to do is do the exact same thing. Okay, so let's try it one more time. We're going to put our trapdoor onto that piece of obsidian with a piston next to it with a TNT block on top of that. Another TNT block right here. Lever on that block. Close the trapdoor, go in swimming mode, take your piston into your hand, try to flick that lever, come to the side, and then start spamming as fast as you can. And there you go, we can see that this piston has placed down this time. And when we destroy this piston, What do you know, we've actually broken a hole in our bedrock. But don't you go anywhere, because I have an awesome video on how to see through blocks and walls in Minecraft without using any hacks or mods. So click right here to see how to do that, or click right here to see another amazing video, and I'll see you over there.